Now, the manufacturers of Ozempic and Mounjaro face a lawsuit regarding alleged side effects. The two drugs are approved to treat type 2 diabetes, but can also be prescribed off-label for weight loss.
Our 9 News legal analyst Whitney Traylor joins us this morning to help break it all down. Thanks for coming in.
Sure, good morning.
Good morning. So there's only been a handful of these cases against the drug maker so far. Why is that, and what are you anticipating?
Yeah, the reason why I pitched this to you all this week was because we're anticipating a lot of lawsuits here. So there was one firm, so there was a number of lawsuits filed in August, starting in August, and then there were some more in November, but I think it's maybe less than 10. But the firm, I think Morgan & Morgan, the one that filed it, said they're expecting they have more than 13,000 clients.
Whoa.
Yeah, and they've rejected over 40,000 clients, they said, because the damages just weren't severe enough. So this, I think, is going to be pretty huge based on just that alone.
So what exactly are these potential plaintiffs claiming that happened to them through this drug?
Right, so this is tort litigation, mass tort litigation potentially, and what they're essentially saying is that the harms, the side effects were so severe that they weren't properly warned of them. And so some of the plaintiffs are claiming that they were vomiting for more than a month. One woman said she vomited so much it caused her to lose teeth. They have painful gallstones, masses of food slowly forming a painful obstruction in the stomach. So a number of these issues, and they're saying the warnings weren't adequate enough, that because some of them are saying that this is maybe permanent damage. So Ozempic, they're saying they didn't give us enough warning.
And what are they hoping to get by suing?
Right, well, so that's a good question. Every lawsuit boils down to really two things, liability and damages. So did they do something wrong? And the real issue is, were the warnings sufficient enough? And if there were warnings even greater than this, would it have caused doctors to not have prescribed it? So that's sort of the standard. So that's going to be the liability issue. Then on the damages, so you imagine you're sitting there in the jury and somebody gets on the stand and says, look, I vomited, I lost my teeth, I still can't eat, I'm having all these issues. What are you going to award them? And if it's permanent, you know, a jury could give a significant amount of money. So that's really the issue, is what, and that comes down to the lawyers. How good is the lawyer in persuading people? Right. And then how many plaintiffs you have, right? If you have 13,000 people saying, hey, we had these same issues, you didn't give us proper warning, a jury's gonna wanna punish them.
And this might be just the tip of the iceberg, because, I mean, there are so many people that are on this drug right now specifically for weight loss. I mean, this could be a big deal. Yeah, this could be a very big deal, and I'm glad you raised that, because they said there's been at least 9 million prescriptions since 2021. So this could be very massive. And the fact, you see a lot of times with these mass tort situations where they have commercials saying, hey, have you used this product? Call us. Right. We haven't been seeing a lot of that yet. And so they have this many potential plaintiffs, according to, I read an article on Reuters. If they do indeed have this many people without advertising, that means there could be millions more. This is a class action lawsuit, or will it be?
I suspect it will be, and that's another great question, because class action, the reason you have a class action lawsuit is when there's so many plaintiffs that it makes it just impracticable to have all these different lawsuits. But that could be a strategy for the plaintiffs' lawyers, because right now they've filed these individual lawsuits. They haven't sought to certify it as a class. So I'm thinking, if you're a defendant and you have to defend 1,000 different individual lawsuits, that may be more expensive than just the class action.
Yeah. Well, as Corey said, this is just the tip of the iceberg. So we don't even know what's to come out of this just yet entirely, but we appreciate you at least helping us get an understanding of the very beginning. Whitney, thank you.